4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right, it is Friday, 19th day of January. Welcome in. Quick cast, 5 minutes, no telling what's coming. Not all sports, could be news, right here on the Jake Wimberly podcast. Hey, make sure you hit subscribe on all the channels that you're out there. If you pick this podcast up, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, YouTube, all kind of other channels as well. And I'll be honest with you, I don't even know where all this thing is at. I just hit subscribe and the little deal on Spreaker, and it subscribes. Hey, welcome in. All right, so we got a lot to get to in 5 minutes. 5 minutes, quick news, every day. Let's do this. Let's try to do it every day right here on the podcast, Jake Wimberly Podcast. All right, so you got the NFL playoffs coming up this weekend.
The hottest DJ mixing the beats. Beats. Mixing the beats.
Who do you like in the NFL playoffs this coming up weekend? You got 2 games on Saturday, 2 games on Sunday. And, of course, if I'm going to chalk through this, I like Detroit to get to the NFC Championship game. I like San Francisco to get to the championship game. Some are calling for a Green Bay upset. I don't see it, but anything can happen. One thing to keep in mind with San Francisco and Baltimore, both have not played football in several weeks. So will they be rusty or will they be ready? But I like both teams to punch tickets to their championships. I like the 49ers and the Ravens. I like the Lions. And then I also like the Kansas City Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs until it's not the Chiefs. Josh Allen 0-2 against Kansas City as he has played them now. This would be the 3rd meeting in the playoffs. Better regular season quarterback against Kansas City. Not so much in the playoffs. Got to show me this weekend. Give me Baltimore, Kansas City in the AFC Championship next week. Give me San Francisco and Detroit in the NFC Championship. World news that you may not know about. Of course, it's a big year in the election cycle, not just here in the U.S., but also in the U.K. and around the world. More people will vote this year in big-time elections around the world than ever before in the history of the world. Well, the World Economic Forum is meeting this week down in Davos. Davos, so good Davos. And their astute economic chair, Klaus Schwab, who has said some idiotic things during his time at the World Economic Forum, says, hey, moving forward, you have nothing to worry about. Elections aren't going to need people. We're going to do this with AI. To hell we will. Can you believe this? This guy's coming in hot saying, hey, your opinion really doesn't matter. Down the line, we're just going to use AI to determine our election cycles. That doesn't sound like a problem, does it? Charles Schwab with a good one on Friday, and a good one it is.
The hottest DJ mixing the beats. Mixing the beats.
Alabama getting pillaged in the transfer portal. 25 or 26 guys. Our good friend Chris Marler, Saturday Down South, put this out on X earlier today. He said, hey, look, if this was a class, like if you ranked it like 247 Sports or on3.com, this would be the 6th best class in the country this year. Alabama getting pillaged. When you look at updated coaching rankings in the SEC, courtesy of CFB Hourglass, Georgia, Kirby Smart, number 1. Kalen DeBoer does come in at number 2 on a 3-year moving scale. Brian Kelly, number 3. Lane Kiffin, number 4. Steve Sarkisian, Texas, number 5. Also Heupel at Tennessee, number 6. Hugh Freeze, 7. Will go Elko, Stoops, Drinkwitz. Brent Venables, Jeff Levy at Mississippi State, number 12. Shane Beamer comes in at 13. Also 14, you got Arkansas, Sam Pittman, Billy Napier, Clark Lee. That bottom 3 or 4 is in trouble. They could be looking for a job at the end of 2024.
The hottest DJ mixing the beats. Mixing the beats.
Way too early CFB top 10, courtesy of CFB Hourglass, as I kind of start to punch through numbers here, starts to get a little more clearer, not so much murky water. I got Georgia number 1 in the country right now, Oregon 2, Bama 3, but I still think that's going to fall. Ohio State 4, Texas 5, Penn State 6, Ole Miss 7, Florida State 8, Notre Dame 9, and Missouri checks in at number 10.
The hottest DJ mixing the beats. Mixing the beats.
And as we get you ready to get you on your way for the weekend, Big weekend in the UFC coming up this weekend. A lot of NFL football and so much more. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast and also stream our radio stations. ESPN 105.9 The Zone on thezone1059.com. Also, don't forget about our sister station, 106.3 FM. That's The Fan here in Jackson. Get that at WJQSTheFan.com. Have a great weekend. Don't let AI do your voting for you. Late.